What signs would you even warn women, let's say, if you see this, run?
333 million Americans, approximately 300 million of which are adults. Psychopathy, which isn't a clinical term anymore, the clinical term for both psychopaths and sociopaths is antisocial personality disorder. But when those were more acceptable terms, it was estimated that 1% of the American population fall under psychopathy. 3% of the American population fall under sociopathy or sociopathy, right? So right there's 4% of the American public.
That's a lot.
Add into that narcissistic personality disorder. That's 6% of the American public. That means 10% of the American adult population, empirically, are either psychopaths, sociopaths, or narcissists.
And just to quickly do the math, that's...
Say it.
Is it 30
million?
30 million?
30 million
I was like,
adults.
in my head I paused because I was like, I can't be doing the math right.
You're doing the math right. That is the reaction that anybody should be having right now. 30 million people fall into one of those three categories. So when you meet somebody who acts like that, yes, they are an extreme, but you shouldn't be surprised. Because 1 out of every 10 is going to be one of those people. You're going to meet 10 people today. There are more than 10 people in your office, right? Empirically, 1 out of every 10 people is one of those three categories.
All right, how do I test this? I'm going to walk up to every single person in my company now and ask them questions.
I'm sure your hiring standard filtered all of that out.
Let's hope.
But yes, so it's an extreme, but it's out there. So because it's so prevalent, it makes your first question so much more viable. How do you know when you're coming across a person like that? So the first big thing to understand is the telltale sign for somebody who is antisocial personality disorder, your psychopaths and your sociopaths. The biggest thing is that they lack empathy. Empathy is the thing that makes us so that we can relate to somebody else's feelings. Different than sympathy. Sympathy means that you hurt and I'm sorry that you hurt and I'm here to give you my sympathy, but I don't feel your pain, right? Empathy means you're hurt and I can put myself in your shoes and I can feel some of your pain, right? When you are with a partner or when you have a love interest or you're dating somebody or it's your child or it's your parents, when they don't feel empathy, they can't relate to your feelings, that is a big telltale sign that you might be dealing with somebody who's on the spectrum of antisocial personality disorder.